Hello my dear students, good morning. I am Dr. Nagaraj from Bangalore Institute of Technology. First of all, I would like to welcome you all for my video lecture. This time we shall discuss numerical problems from dielectrics chapter. Come, we shall proceed. As usual, we have to list out the equations. See the equations here. The first one is for dipole moment. It is a product of magnitude of charge and distance of separation. Second one is for polarization. It is net dipole moment per unit volume. Again polarization in terms of number of dipoles, applied electric field and polarizability. Again polarization in terms of what is called susceptibility, and the relation between displacement vector and electric field. And again displacement vector in terms of charge, polarization in terms of charge. Here we have two Q's. This is the charge deposited on the plates. This is the charge induced on the dielectric slab. Anyway, we have discussed all these things in detail in the theory part. And the relation between displacement vector, electric field vector, polarization vector. And P, that is polarization in terms of dielectric constant, susceptibility in terms of dielectric constant, electronic polarizability. Again electronic polarizability in terms of radius of the molecule, orientation polarizability, and then Clausius-Mosetti equations. And in order to solve numericals from dielectric chapters, we may need these physical constants and also these two. So anyway, all the physical constants required are mentioned in the question paper. You need not have to remember them. Okay, come, let us proceed one by one. Well, here is the first question. It goes like this. Find the polarization produced in a crystal by an applied electric field strength of 500 volt per millimeter if it has a dielectric constant of 6. So applied field is given, dielectric constant given, we have to find the polarization. So the data is here and the equation. P equals epsilon naught into epsilon r minus 1 into E. Just substitute for epsilon naught, epsilon r and E to get the polarization. So P comes out to be 2.21 into 10 power minus 5 coulomb per meter square. Second question. A parallel plate capacitor has an area of 3 into 10 power 3 meter square and the plates are separated by a distance of 1 mm. If a material with dielectric constant of 3.5 is introduced between the plates, determine its capacitance and electric field required to store 20 nanocoulomb in the capacitor. Students, this is actually PU level problem. You might have done so number of problems of this type in PUC. Anyway, list out the data. Area of the plates given, distance of separation given, relative permittivity or dielectric constant given, charge stored on the capacitor given. First we shall find the capacitance using this fundamental equation. C equals epsilon naught epsilon r A by D, where epsilon naught is permittivity of free space, this is dielectric constant, this is area, and this is distance of separation. And after substitution and simplification, I get C as 93 into 10 power minus 12 farad. Now Q equals CV, another fundamental equation. V is potential difference between the two plates, which can be written in terms of electric field like this. Then I rearrange to obtain E. Then E comes out to be Q divided by CD. Now finally substitute for Q, C and D. So the applied electric field is 215 into 10 power 3 volt per meter. Third question. The polarization produced in a sodium chloride crystal is 2.66 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb per meter square when a field of 600 volt per meter is applied. Find the dielectric constant. See, question number 3 is almost similar to question number 1. Therefore equation, same equation I make use of. This time I want epsilon r, so I do small simplification to get epsilon r like this. Epsilon r equals P by epsilon naught E plus 1. Then substitute for P, dielectric constant relative permittivity is required. So absolute permittivity, that is 8.85 into 10 power minus 12 into applied electric field 600. Simplify and then you will get epsilon r as 6. Next question, calculate the electronic polarizability, that is alpha E of argon at NTP if there are 2.7 into 10 power 25 atoms per meter cube. So number of atoms per meter cube given and of course dielectric constant given, we have to find out alpha E. So the data is listed like this. Think of the equation for alpha E. It is epsilon naught into epsilon r minus 1 divided by n. Once again direct substitution, and after simplification I get alpha E as 7.9 into 10 power minus 40 farad meter square. Here is the next question. The electronic polarizability of a dielectric material containing 5 into 10 power 28 atoms per meter cube is 1.95 into 10 power minus 13 farad meter square. Find the dielectric constant. Also, find the induced dipole moment when electric field of 600 volt per meter is applied. So here there are two calculations. First one dielectric constant, next one induced dipole moment. First summarization of the problem. N is given, number of atoms per meter cube, electronic polarizability alpha or alpha E, and then applied electric field E. This is our expression for alpha E, that is epsilon naught into epsilon r minus 1 divided by n. I want epsilon r, so do small simplification, you get this equation, that is epsilon r equals n into alpha E divided by epsilon naught plus 1. So substitute for n, alpha E, epsilon naught and do simplification. You get epsilon r as 12, that is dielectric constant. Next is polarization P. P equals alpha E into E. Alpha E given, E given, then P comes out to be 1.17 into 10 power minus 36 coulomb per meter square. Next question. Dielectric constant of helium gas is 1.0000684. Calculate electronic polarizability and radius of the helium atom if there are so many atoms per meter cube. So we have one extra calculation here, that is radius of the atom. As usual, list out the data and then think of the equation for alpha E, which we already used in previous two problems. Then simplify. Substitute for epsilon naught, epsilon r and then n. So we get alpha E as 2.24 into 10 power minus 41. Then we have another equation for alpha E in terms of radius. So rearrange, radius is equal to alpha E divided by 4 pi epsilon naught whole to the power of 1 by 3. Then substitute for alpha E and epsilon naught, you get radius of the helium atom as 0.59 into 10 power minus 10 meter. Next question. The number of atoms in hydrogen gas is 9.8 into 10 power 26 per meter cube. Radius of the hydrogen atom is 0.053 nanometer. Calculate electronic polarizability and dielectric constant. Almost similar to previous question. First alpha E in terms of radius. Radius given, calculate alpha E. That is 1.657 into 10 power minus 41 farad meter square. Next epsilon r. Epsilon r I borrow it from the problem number 5. So that is this equation. This I am writing here. Substitute for n, alpha E, epsilon naught and simplify to get epsilon r as 1.0018. Next question. Find the polarization produced in a dielectric medium of relative permittivity, that is epsilon r 15 in the presence of applied field 1000 volt per meter. It is direct substitution problem, which we already, this equation we already used in previous slide. So substitute for epsilon, epsilon r, epsilon naught and E, simplify to get P as 1.239 into 10 power minus 7 coulomb per meter square. So this is the polarization produced in the material. See here, dielectric constant of the material is 15. That's why polarization is very high. It is of 10 power minus 7. Whereas in previous problems like somewhere here, P is around 10 power minus 36. Okay. Now some problems on Clausius-Mosetti equation. Look at this question. The dielectric constant of sulfur is 3.4. Assuming a cubic lattice for its structure, calculate its electronic polarizability. Density of the sulfur is given, that is 2.07 gram per cc. Atomic weight is given, that is 32.07. Let us proceed. So I list out the data given. One correction here, density is actually given in gram per cc. I have written it in kg per meter cube. So you know how to convert gram to kg, centimeter cube to meter cube. So you get this answer. Well, recall the Clausius-Mosetti equation for cubic crystal. It is epsilon r minus 1 by epsilon r plus 2, that is n into alpha e divided by 3 epsilon naught. We want alpha e. So write for alpha e. So you get this equation, 3 epsilon naught by n, 3 epsilon naught goes here, n comes to denominator. So you get this equation. But what about n, number of atoms per meter cube? For that we make use of this equation. That is n is equal to Na, that is Avogadro number, d density divided by atomic weight. Substitute for Avogadro number, density, atomic weight, you will get number of atoms per meter cube. So now we know n, go back to equation 1, then you would simplify to get alpha E as 3.035 into 10 power minus 40 farad per meter square. We will see one more problem on Clausius-Mosetti equation, and this is going to be the last numerical problem. An elemental solid dielectric material has polarizability of 7 into 10 power minus 40 farad meter square. Assuming internal field to be Lorentz field, calculate the dielectric constant if the atomic density is 3 into 10 power 28 per meter cube. See the difference between question number 10 and question number 9. In the question number 9, number of atoms per meter cube was not given, but here it is given. Density, atomic density means number of atoms per unit volume. So P given, N given. This is the Clausius-Mosetti equation. I substitute for N, alpha and epsilon naught to get RHS as 0.7906. But I want epsilon r, so do cross multiplication and do small simple mathematical operations to get epsilon r value, and that comes out to be, please go through all these steps, they are self-explanatory, so I need not have to explain them step by step. It's very simple calculations. I suggest you to do the simplification on your own. So you get epsilon r as 12.33. So that is the dielectric constant of the given material. Well, with this I have come to an end of numerical problems from dielectrics chapter, and I am going to solve numericals from Maxwell's equations in my next session. Till then, thanks for your cooperation. I would like to thank you all for your patient hearing. If you have any doubts, feel free, contact me over phone or through email. Thank you once again.